There are two slightly different types of tefillin, commonly called Rashi and Rabbanu Tam, in honor of two important scholars who each advocated for one type. Despite the names, the dispute goes back far before their times. Both types were found by archaeologists from the time of the Bar Kokhba revolution. At any rate, by now it appears that the advocates of the Rashi tefillin have won the argument and everybody uses the Rashi type. However, some people are still worried that maybe everybody got it wrong. So they also use Rabbanu Tam tefillin on the other arm. I have never met someone who did so, however. The law is to wear one's tefillin on the weaker hand. For a righty that's the left and for a lefty, the right. Someone who is ambidextrous is also supposed to identify which is his dominant hand. There are a number of opinions how to identify what that is. Perhaps in order to satisfy all opinions they put it on both hands. My brother-in-law was born left-handed, but, for some reason, when he learned in school in Russia, the desks were all right-handed, so he had to teach himself to write with his right hand as well. As a result, he prays with tefillin on his right arm, but then, after finishing, he puts the shel yad on his left arm and says only Shema Yisrael, so that he has all of the bases covered. Why? Because they don't learn or ask a rabbi, a real one not a fake, or they did not grow up in a family where the father wore tefillin each day. Maybe for another reason, but Jews who raised in a Jewish family and learn Jewish laws and pray in a community, wear tefillin on one arm the weakest side. Even people who wear two pairs, one after another or at the same time, wearing them on the same arm. Tefillin are not worn on both arms. A right-handed person puts his tefillin on the left arm and a lefty puts his on the right arm. As Ayala Choma stated, there are two types commonly used. There are many more than just these two, but these are the most common, with the Rashi being the accepted one for all, and will be used by some daily. There are some who will put both on at the same time, or use specially made tefillin that contain both types together. But always on the same arm.